Yeah. Throw something there.
Okay, folks.
Wait. Okay, do that again.
Okay, folks, back in business. After a brief hiatus because I couldn't talk, which my wife thought was a great advantage. We're going to go a little out of sequence today. We're going to open the bids for the snow plowing contracts. I think that what we'll do is I'll just open them up, read them out, give them to David. He's got a spreadsheet all set up so we can look official and have everything organized. It's important to remember that, you know, the bids are the bids, but they're conditional upon, obviously, the ability to do the job, having the right equipment, and having the right personnel. So it's not just the lowest number, it's the lowest number that can do the job, or that we feel can do the job. So, with that, and we have been wrong before. Looks like we have about 6 quotes here.
Oops.
I hope you're not sending checks already. No, okay. Okay, this is Mark Fisher, North Section, 23 is 237, 24, this is 243, and 25, 249. In the South Section, 23 is 247, 24 is 253, and 25 is 259. So Mr. Fisher is one of our existing vendors currently. Okay. Nicholas Richardson is the next applicant. For the North Section. And he has quoted $250,000 for each of the 3 years.
Okay. Can I see that one, Ed?
Sure.
Thank you.
This is for the South Section from Mr. Richardson. And he's certainly consistent, $250,000 for each of the 3 years. This is the North Section, Meyer Leary. First year, $312,000. Second year, $320,000. And the third year, $328,000. That's 23, 4, and 5. a little caveat about diesel going over $7 a gallon, and the town paid the cost over $7, but we'll deal with that if it comes to that. Well, we have a bid here from RAM Munching and Property Maintenance, Cornish, Richard Humphrey.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get back to him with numbers. He quoted cost per mile.
Okay.
First year.
I don't think we can accept it. We can't get back to him. I don't think.
Well, I mean, doesn't mean we can't accept it, but
We need a number. I mean, he's tried. He put $700-800 the first one. How many miles is he?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was 44 or something like that. I figured them out. One's 45, one's 43, something like that.
Oh,
I figured it all out, but
If we can get Mr. Humphrey maybe to give us how many miles he was planning, we can, I think, interpret it.
Okay.
I mean, we'll see what.
we'll talk about it.
We
But
can legally, we see what we
Is
can
this
do.
north
I'd
of
like
the
to
south?
the north or south?
Well, no, that's another question. South section.
South. Okay.
How much was it?
$7,800 per mile for the first year, $8,000 for the second year, and $8,200 for the third year. And that's he must have talked to Meyer. He has a $6 gallon, limit.
Yeah.
And Parsonsville would pay 50% over.
Yeah, so that would put it in the ballpark of around 320 a year to 350 a year.
Because someone put mileage in on their quote, so. And the last one. This is for the south section to Parsonsville. Green Shadow Properties. This is, I said, for the south section. Bill Toby, Green Shadow Property Maintenance.
What's the name?
Bill Toby.
Bill Toby, Green Shadow Property Maintenance.
Yeah, I got the green shadow.
He's saying $165,500 for each of the 3 years.
155.
165,500.
Okay.
And for the north section,
Oh, okay.
that was the south section. Obviously the same contractor, Bill Toby. First year, $220,000.
This is for the north?
This is for the north. 220. Second year, 225,500. And the third year, 230. And that's it, folks. As I said initially, we'll review these. We'll visit the equipment and people if it's necessary or appropriate. Evaluate whether the person can do the job or not, whether they have all the equipment and people. And I think we said next week we'd get back with an answer, 2 weeks.
By April 11th.
Not
2
April.
weeks. We would award the contract on the 23rd. So that'll give us 2 weeks to visit people we're not familiar with and verify people we are familiar with.
The Richardsons are here if you have any questions for them.
No, the only questions we had was were they the group that submitted
No.
Miles?
No.
Okay, no, then, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
You guys,
We will call you though.
An appointment, come check everything out.
Yeah, that's what we would do. Okay.
Yep.
I have a slight question. It's something you just said. You said if it's appropriate to meet with people.
Well, I
Is
mean, I
everybody going to
think-
be met with, or?
I think that, no, I said appropriate. For instance, Meyer. We know he's done the job, we know his equipment, we know what he's doing. Maybe we wouldn't meet with Meyer. Maybe we wouldn't say hello and make sure his equipment stayed the same. I don't know, that type of thing. We would certainly visit the people that we had no idea what type of equipment they had or the people they had.
You local?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have any questions or
No?
concerns? Got your trucks ready?
It's a long ways from that.
That's true. Okay, folks, as I said, thank you very much to people that participated. Hopefully, I know the town will get good service, we just have to get everyone on board, so to speak. So with that, we will go back to our
Assume your phone number's on the paperwork. Yeah.
original meeting format. And,
Stevens, Jesse, or?
Yeah. Thank you.
Ms. Taylor,
Yes,
you've been here alone today.
yes.
I haven't, no.
I don't have a lot tonight, just a couple things. Just a reminder, Tuesday, May 16th is the SAD 55 referendum vote. It's one question. The details are in the shopper's guide. There is a ballot available, and everything is posted, post offices and at our town office. Polls are open for voting from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Secondly, we met with M&T at 4 p.m. during the workshop today. We did review the municipal checking and the reserve account. Just for a short recap, M&T Bank is offering the town 4% interest. The municipal checking is currently with M&T. If we move the reserve account with M&T, they would honor the 4% interest. In discussion with them, my understanding is the funds are 100% insured 2 different ways. $250,000 is insured by the FDIC. The remainder is insured by M&T Bank, and they are honoring the no fees. So I would like to discuss this further with the selectmen next week during their workshop.
Yep, absolutely.
And just to review the tax collection updates, we received a little more than 7,000 in a week. We are up to 93.7 of the 2022 commitment. That's all I have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
that was in the contract paperwork that went out. For example, it says north section, approximately 40 miles.
We can guesstimate from that, but
But
I'm assuming if this is, if that's on the paperwork that we gave them, then that's probably what you would go by.
because it's, where you've
It
already
does- it
given
does
out
say-
other prices, it's kind of,
No, that's what I would go by, and if they didn't agree to that, then say sorry. You know what I mean?
okay.
so,
But that puts
so
it,
for the south section, what's the mileage?
I'm looking on the
I
win,
got it right here.
I'm looking and I don't, I'm not seeing it on, is there more to it than this, winter maintenance contract,
Yes,
south section, there's more to it?
yes.
Each section approximately 40 miles. That was in the shopping guide.
Okay,
Yeah,
and that's what I would go by.
Okay.
David, what was the prices you gave him?
7,800, 8,000, and 8,200.
And that's for south?
Yes.
You're going up 44 miles, is that?
Well, that's, I did the math. It's, if it said in the paper 40,
It said 40
then
in the
that's
paper.
what we're saying, that's what we're going with.
All right.
I did the math when we split it up to try to see how close it was, and it was both roughly, but I thought the north was closer to
So
40.
those numbers are 312, 320, and 328 then, when you multiply them out by 40 miles.
It's the same as, same as Maya's on the north.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Opposing side.
All right, so we've reviewed last week's minutes and this week's agenda and paid bills and approved bills for the last 2 weeks. There were no shopping guide ads. The CEO report will be giving us a report for April. Asked him about it today. York County Sheriff's report. We did receive the report a week ago. Our new, as you might have noticed, our deputy is driving our new vehicle. We went out and looked at it today. He's very happy with it. We have another vehicle that's 4 years old.
So 2017,
Oh, 17,
yeah.
6 years old. Is that 150?
130,000
Okay.
and 99.
So we'll be talking about in the workshop, I guess next week, how we want to dispose of that vehicle. That is a town vehicle. The money will go back into the town budget. And it looks
Does it
great.
just go into the general fund, or does it
Yeah,
go?
well,
Okay.
Yeah, goes into the general fund, not the budget.
Well, it's town funds.
Okay.
And it looks, you see, it's out there, it looks great, nice and clean. So hopefully we'll get a decent price for the car.
What time would you like the workshop?
I don't know, Jess, you want to
4 is,
try 4?
yeah, 4 is okay. Any earlier than that's pushing it.
Okay, is that okay with?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm here all day on Tuesdays, in general.
So that was a little bit of good news. We should receive some good money for that car, as opposed to bad money. Animal control officer, we have a new report. from our new animal control officer. Making a little more detailed on the reports, which David asked for, in the sense of a case number that he's working and the location of where the vehicle is, where the violator is. So,
Or incident. It's not
No, the
necessarily a
incident, or whatever.
violation. Yeah.
we have the planning board agenda, Wednesday, May 17th, if you'd like to attend that.
Can I just back up quickly? I'm sorry. The animal control officer, I just want to reiterate, is here on Mondays from 10 until 2. You can stop in and talk to him. Unless he has an emergency he has to go out on, he will be here. Thank you.
The comprehensive committee meeting minutes, some extensive minutes in here. And they're working towards getting this completed and published and looking for approval for at the next annual meeting. As some of you remember from a few weeks ago, we were looking for the use of ARPA funds. We wrote a letter to MMA asking if things would qualify. We got 5 or 6 things back that would qualify: road repair, town hall, old town hall, energy savings, some software conversion. So we'll have plenty of places to spend the money. The plan right now is that we have about $200,000, roughly $210,000. We have what we approved, and we'll figure out how much will be left of that money. We'll have one more special town meeting, hearing, whatever, and let everyone give some input as to prioritize. We might have 5 or 6 things that we can get, we have approval for, so we'll be asking the folks to prioritize which of those 5 or 6 things they think are most necessary or would be most benefit to the town, and would go from there and just keep checking them off until we get to our $210,000. I feel kind of silly asking Dave, but so, the Secaucus Road, do we have any?
No, still on hold with CMP.
Okay.
No.
We do have an activities report which will go into the annual meeting report about our, the community cafe. These are things really sponsored and developed and run by Jen Lewis. Community cafe, 56 meals, 6 to go. The coffees were up to 30 people roughly all the time. And a couple of pickleball sessions on Thursday, so it's good that the people are getting out, and it's good that the town can provide some services. I know that, I don't know how the chess is working out, but we had a request the last couple of weeks for T-ball. Are they going to use the field out back there?
I haven't heard more about that. Have you, Danielle?
I have not.
No.
Closed them good, and they're gonna get to it, so.
Okay.
But the field is available.
What age group was it again?
T-ball.
Oh, okay, because I asked the rec and nobody in the rec, of course, it was the older level rec, nobody had,
This is small kids, yeah.
I asked him.
Travis Clark,
have the Route 153 situation where we struck out. We'll be paying half of that for, I think, this coming year. And then
If you want that,
the whole amount for the 2 miles of Route 153 that are in Parsonsfield. We had a letter from the town attorney concerning the Robinson Mill purchase and sale. And really what he was doing is coordinating with the other attorney on the purchase of the mill to make sure that the town has all the information necessary to consummate that transaction. Hopefully we'll just hand them a package and then we'll be on. West End Camp, we have some good news on that. The campers agreed after the COVID incident crisis to offer scholarships to a couple of needy, deserving Parsonsfield students. We left a message with our superintendent's office. We've asked them, as they had in the past, to select 2 students, 15 or under, so it would be middle school or freshman year of high school probably, and hopefully we can make that happen. I mean, we have a great working relationship with the camp. You know, they provide the boat ramp and the swimming. Town provides some rescue, and our contract deputy is down there helping out, so it works out well for everybody. Our ADT defibrillator was not working properly. I don't know.
No, it wouldn't reset when you put new batteries in it.
Huh.
So
So we're going to be getting it. They're going to replace it. Let's put it that way.
well, they're going to loan us one.
Well, we
And
purchased that.
I understand.
Seemed to be a warranty.
But we didn't, Ed, we purchased that how many years ago? Anyways, they're going to
5.
loan us one, and then we're going to discuss what to do about the other one.
Never been used.
Well,
Thank
Never
God.
been used technically, yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, never been used, but it's faulty, so that makes you feel real good about having it in the building
Right,
and
yeah.
playing on it.
And we also are getting a set of new pads, which are outdated from them, that we will have to pay for.
We received some information from the road commissioner. We have a bridge, the Lloyd Mill Bridge needs some repairs. And we're getting costs together to submit to FEMA, York County, on the 2 storms that we had. So hopefully some or all of that will get reimbursed via the state. I just had one more thing, and I will let David and Jesse do their thing. You'll be happy to know, folks, that after probably a year, the installation of our audio-video, so that we'll be able to do live meetings from this room and the conference room and the planning room, or the gym and the planning board room, is scheduled for the installation on the 12th and 13th of June. So hopefully the June meeting will be, Evan will be on camera. and a project will be done. Actually, they're still waiting for parts.
Oh, they don't have them yet?
No, but they got a definite delivery date. They feel comfortable.
Okay,
They added an extra week on that too, so.
okay.
So with that, Jesse, you got anything?
It sounds like good news coming by next week about Tri-Town, being able to start taking stuff to Tri-Town. Should know for sure at the next meeting.
Okay, we're planning to put that in the,
And hopefully next meeting, we will know exactly what the protocol will be for taking things there.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't just go show up there, folks, because you're probably going to have to come here for a permit.
Yes.
Wait until you get the official word.
The permit will likely be no fee at the town office. You'll pay the rate that Parsonsfield residents pay at Tri-Town.
Right.
and we'll make sure all the information is on the website, shopping guide, all
Oh,
that
yeah,
good stuff.
yeah.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah. One of many.
Yeah.
That one is a big one,
One other thing
though.
with there's a question I noticed in the notes about electronic pickups. Everyone decided 2 years, that's appropriate?
I think so.
Yeah.
You, Dave?
Yeah. We got so many big TVs last time that we think we've gotten close to clearing them all out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Or at least clearing out the antique ones.
yeah.
Yeah. The ones that actually take up space.
The
Right?
black and white ones.
You know.
All right, so the same token, folks, that would be on a website, shopping guide, and give people plenty of notice so they can get rid of anything. Did you guys decide anything about hazardous waste, or is that just sort of,
We haven't decided anything. We actually didn't talk about it while you were gone, but that I have not heard. I messaged the Cornish selectman, and I can't remember if he get back to me on whether they were interested or not.
maybe that would be a good tandem with electronics?
Well, no, we thought not tandem because it's a completely separate, dealing. What I was thinking is possibly we could do a hazardous that don't do 2 in 1 year, do every other or something. Do a hazardous this year, and
Electronic the next.
something like that.
Something like that.
But it would be nice if we could coincide it with Cornish again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that worked out.
Not that there wouldn't be plenty of hazardous waste, but I don't see where. I think the last I remember, I need to actually talk to him about it. I'll find out.
Thank you. And our sidings on limbo?
I wouldn't say it's in limbo, but I wouldn't say it's on the building either. So, I don't know. I didn't get a response, so I should call him here and talk to him, or catch him somewhere and try to get an answer out of him.
I mean, is there anyone else that can do it?
Oh no, I'm sure I could possibly find somebody else. It was just I had someone I thought felt like I'm still not taking as long as your audio visio.
Absolutely. But my supplies are in San Francisco Bay.
Oh well,
So they say.
yeah.
Dave, you have?
Yeah, a couple of things. We're compiling a list of those properties that are in tree growth that have expired permits that did not respond to the letter that was sent out a couple of months ago. And we will start the formal process of informing them. There is a formal letter that we send out, and then I think 120 days after that, we have to send a certified letter, and then they start getting fined if they don't respond to that. So we will start that process in the next couple of weeks. Then we were offered the opportunity to have a CPR class here, I believe. Is that right, Debbie?
Yes.
Okay. There is a cost associated with it, but it's a small one. remember, $350
I
total?
believe that's what it was.
Yeah, it was 500 normally, but they said 350, I think.
Yeah, let me double check with them, because I heard 500 was 12 people. Just let me double check, because
Okay.
This is put on by Rescue?
It's one of the members, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
He did say yesterday that it's cheaper to do the CPR and emergency care.
Basic EMT is basically
Yeah.
what it
To do-
is, yeah.
It's cheaper to do that. You get a card,
Yep,
and if you separate them, you're gonna end up with 2 cards and pay more, so.
yeah, you pay more. Yeah, the basic EMT is very basic. CPR is a big part of it, so it can all be done in a day, and probably it can be done in a couple hours, if I recall. So we'll find out specifics about that, see if we want to pursue that. And that's all I have. You covered the other items that were on my list.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Harvey. Hello.
How you doing? Thanks for letting me speak. I appreciate that. I have a few things here.
Well, it's a caveat there, Harvey. It depends on what you say.
Oh, okay. You don't shut me off. I asked about the speed sign. Who is going to establish
Oh,
its outcoming for the summer? If you want, I will go down and get it and park it where it was last year in front of the
that was in front of Walker's?
Walkers, yeah. If you want. The next one is, as being part of the budget committee, I'm a little concerned about the audit situation. I'd like to have some more output on that or talk about it. I think we talked about it a while back. I think that would be an important thing to do.
Why is that important to the budget?
Well, it's not important to the overall budget. You know, it's supposed to be done every year.
Well, I understand. That's our responsibility, though, not the budget committee's.
Right, but
Okay.
I just, as being part of it, I'm concerned about it.
Okay. Concern noted.
Conservation Commission, I've got 3 people so far, and I'm sure I can amass a few more out of that. And I will submit that paperwork to you, the application and whatnot, and however you decide what you want to do with that. I'd like to get it moving along so we can have a vote on the Secocas Road Park as part, and have the Conservation Commission be able to appropriate at least a few dollars to be able to maintain that. There's still a lot of work to be done to start the commission. That thing be
It seems to me there was some sort of committee in place. It's long since expired,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm just wondering if there were bylaws or anything that we need to pay attention to if we start appointing people to committees. Somebody should investigate that. We'll have to put that on the list.
Well, you can look it up on MMA too. It's not very much on it.
Well, that's MMA. I'm talking about the town.
So that's in the works. I understand that, David, you talked a while back with Roger Berube about the flagpole down in Keezer Falls, down in the center of Keezer Falls. The one that got hit.
The one that got hit, yeah.
And I'm trying to, we're working on some quotes for having that replaced, and I'm wondering if the town is willing to, help us with that.
The issue there was that that's state property.
How is it existing there in the first place?
Well, that's a good question, but frankly, I am not going to approve something to go on state property unless the state says it's okay.
Okay, well, that's up for,
this is down by the bridge?
Yeah, yeah.
When did it get hit?
Well, it's this past winter.
Oh, really?
They come hauling
That's not the person that went into the room.
No, it's a different
Okay.
issue. They nailed it, took out the flagpole, hit the bench. They're able to get out of there though and take off.
Yeah.
My concern would be that I think where it's not a permanent, situation, that it would be okay to do that, but that's not my.
Do we know who caused the damage?
They took off.
Yeah, they took off
They
too
just
quick.
hit and run, took off.
I took tire impressions, but I couldn't figure out who it was.
What type of tire?
Goodyear.
Positive traction.
Look like yours.
That's why you retired. One other thing that after we talked about the defibrillator, I think it would be a good idea to have first aid kits available, especially in the kitchen and possibly in the room or a cabinet type situation that could be used where we have more people in the town hall to start with. I think that would probably come under the opera fund or something like that. I don't think they're very expensive, but I think it would be a good thing that we have that here. You never know what's going to happen in that kitchen. And that's it for me, I think.
How are you doing with the supplies for the kitchen and chairs and tables and?
Well, I think that we talked about tables. I don't know if that got any further. Did it?
Well, it took a little sidetrack, but is now back on, and Jen and Jim have offered, gave us, or at least gave me, a link to some tables at Costco that are a pretty good price and are quite sufficient. So, yeah, we'll bring that up next week, but basically, yeah, it's progressing. We'll get tables.
Jen was concerned about the width, as I remember.
Yeah, but she said table like that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, ultimately.
we don't need King Arthur's room.
No.
Okay.
That's it for me. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Okay, you already said your piece.
That's right.
You're quiet. Yes, sir. Do we have our two entrepreneurs,
That's good.
our two LLC leaders?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's good to see you back. You're looking better than the last time I saw you.
Well, that's true. I was huddled in the car watching my wife ransack the store.
And I caught it.
It's true.
That like that, I did.
So we're blaming it all on you, Ed.
Okay,
You shared.
okay.
And Nancy, no effect on her.
She'll talk her way through anything. I hope you're listening, Nancy, and didn't shut me off. You guys have any updates?
We have the environmental reconnaissance on the site for the Stanley and the mill. So that part's been done, and they're working on the reports. So that should be coming up. They're doing the Stanley one first.
So that's a week, maybe a week or two?
Probably, that's my guess. And then
So it's gonna be this week.
let's see what they're doing. So anyway, that's kind of what they said. So it's close on that. And then let's see. You got anything, Scott?
Does the town have any kind of service for appraisals?
Service for appraisals?
Yeah, property.
No.
Indulge, how do you,
We only have assessors, which assess things, and that's different. The same but different, yeah.
all right, no big deal.
I mean, couldn't you just talk to a real estate agent?
Yeah, we are.
You didn't like what they said?
Well, just by chance, if there was some kind of payment that you could make to the realtor to make it free for us.
What?
Well, let me think about that one.
What's he talking about?
What did he just say?
I didn't understand what he
Hold on
said.
just a second.
No.
Solidifies everything we thought about you.
You said yours were burning?
Oh, no, I just told him I'd stopped in. And,
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Got it.
about what you guys was up to.
It sounds like we need to get the tanks down at the mill certified or for viability. That's the only other thing we're looking to do. Because we turned in for the site plan review here,
You mean the septic tanks?
Yeah, the tanks, holding tanks down in the mill.
So you're gonna keep the holding tanks and just use those for the time being, is that what you mean?
Just interim, yeah. So it sounds like to do that, we need to have them checked out.
And I don't know why.
So we didn't know if
all of a
Jesse could
sudden-
do it or not. We kind of assumed he could, but then we just talked to him a little while ago, so it sounds like we need to get someone else. Make sure they're okay, and then we can move forward with our Saco River Corridor Commission
Yeah.
application on that, just to say we're okay for interim until we get the,
So those used to be an overflow discharge, so what has that been plugged off somehow?
it's just,
Out of my understanding, it was an overflow discharge. So
It was
when
an
those got-
overboard discharge
when those
system.
used to get full, then they dispense into the river.
Well, they go holding tanks down the way to the 10,000 gallon septic tank.
Right,
Then that goes into a 15,000 gallon effluent tank.
yeah.
And then without the pumps running, to pump it up out of that large tank into the sand filter.
Okay. Oh, and then it went from that.
Then from there, if-
Well, that was all I was curious, is to make sure
Yeah.
it wasn't, it couldn't, because of the name, I just assumed that when it was full, it would, but, okay, I gotcha.
and then so once the sand filter, if that ever got saturated, well, then there's a mechanism, a pipe, an overflow. Then it went to a chlorinator tank, it's still there. And then if that filled up, it went into a UV tank. And if that filled up, it's still there, the wiring, the lighting, and everything in this tank. Then last ditch effort, rather than, if it all was saturated.
But none of that stuff's working, so it
No.
would have to pump itself.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we
that
have to-
can't be used.
Right.
Yeah, but, I mean,
so the overboard
Yeah, no, I
discharge part is
Right, correct.
no longer
Defunct.
But what we need to do is look and see, apparently have, according to Jesse, have the tanks reviewed for viability. Just give them a
I'm
statement.
just curious of
And
why.
then do that. And then from there, but it seems like all of that infrastructure is good, aside from the overboard discharge portion of it. And
Yep.
then it would be a design of fleet fields and the new technology. So anyway, for the interim,
Yep.
that's what we turned in for, just to use them until such time as we can get that up and running.
And the town's been using them, well, not using them, but they've been used, those tanks.
Yeah, but not by choice, not by our choice. I
And
mean,
the judge.
you know as well as we do.
We know the situation.
Yeah.
But that's all right, we'll have them certified anyway, have them checked out.
Yep, that's so anyway, that's kind of where we're at. Just want to give you an update that we're close on those environmental, and they're going to do the Stanleywood first, and then do the mill one. So
Okay,
We're
long as
close.
long as that doesn't push out past June 30th
No, I
for
think
the
they're,
mill.
July 1st.
Have you purchased it yet?
I thought it was June 30th.
That's
not
even
quite,
better.
no. It's waiting for the report. We can't close until that report, so that's where we're at on that.
So they've finished it, oh, well, they haven't finished it.
No, it's in draft form, which means it's not finished.
Now,
Okay.
you heard in the meeting that our attorney sent your attorney a letter saying, make sure you give me all the information that you need pertaining to this sale. I mean, there's half
Pertaining
a
to the
dozen things
closing,
he
yeah.
listed
Like,
that he sent to Laura.
yeah, I think they probably got that.
Well, I know, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure you guys know that she should be getting the information from us eventually, or from somebody. As I hate to come into the sale and say, oh, we need this, you know.
No, we'll
That's what the
get there.
attorneys do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's on it.
How do you dispose of your old sheriff's car? Is that,
We haven't decided yet. It's either going to go by bid or just an asking price,
Raffle.
and how many miles are on it?
130 and 99.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
You see it out there?
Well,
Saw the new one.
The new one.
No, if it doesn't say Parsonsfield on the
That's it.
side, that's
white
the
one up
old
there is
one.
the old
That's
one.
the old one?
Yeah, believe it or not.
No, they stripped it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, we need,
Yeah.
We could put your new logo on it.
You can put your own constable stickers on it.
Yeah.
I think it should be used for the bank run.
What's that? Background, yeah.
Or you could put
Oh, yeah.
Real Works LLC and
well, we wanted to have Parsonsfield, whatever on it, have it parked out front of the Stanley building.
Well, we run around, we have an old Ossipee truck down there. Has the Ossipee logo on it.
And it'd be nice to jake breakers come through Route 25 there.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys all live, but down there on Main Street there, Federal Road.
We live in a quiet neighborhood, all three of us actually.
You don't hear them.
You guys could use it as a bait car.
Good. I like trying to sell it.
I think that's
Well, a lot of
exactly
police
what-
departments use them as, they park them in the neighborhoods
Yep.
and it slows people down.
Oh, yeah.
Put a fake officer in it, sitting
Yeah.
there.
That'd be something. Boy, the night you hear the kids come through and they are screaming. I mean, 100 miles an hour plus, no kidding. Just
Right. Tell
right.
Harvey puts that speed sign up.
I just talked about it, it's still sitting up at mine.
You need to get a camera and an audio on. I mean, I guess
There was one on Elm Street last night. All right.
Little fuddy-duddy.
All right. We good, Ed?
Vehicles.
We haven't got a.
Welcome back, Ed.
Thank you guys coming in.
Thank you.
Motion to
Thank you,
adjourn.
folks, everyone for listening. I hate to say we're getting there. We're getting somewhere.
Yes, where are we getting?
Take care, folks. Thank you.